So what do you do if you receive a winding up petition in the post? Listen, first of all, this is really important. If you have searched on YouTube, what is a winding up petition, pay particular importance about what I'm going to say. And I've got quite a few notes as well. That's how important it is. A winding up petition comes from a creditor, and it's literally the end of the line. Someone that your company owes money to has been trying to recover that money and they're getting nowhere. They've probably started with a phone call saying, are you going to pay the bill? They've sent a letter. They've then employed enforcement agents. You've probably registered a CCJ against you. And eventually they've torn their hair out and gone, you know, I need to issue this company with a winding up petition. So I'm going to just give you a bit of information about what the process is, okay? So a creditor tries to get some money off you. You don't pay it. They start their enforcement action, which again will be phone calls, will be letters, will be enforcement agents. Eventually, it'll be a CCJ or a statutory demand that's served on you. And if you've still not made any reasonable attempts to settle the debt, you are then presented with a winding up petition. Now, before a winding up petition is issued, the creditors, the person that you owe the money to, needs to show the court a number of things. One, the nature of the debt and how it's overdue. Two, a request for the debtor's payment proposal. And number three, an intention to file a petition if the debtor makes no acceptable payment proposals within 21 days. Now, before COVID, if you owed 750 quid or more, you could be issued with a winding up petition. But due to the pandemic, this has been increased to £10,000 to help protect small businesses. And I think to sort of lessen the load on the courts. Now, the problem is, once a winding up petition's landed on your desk, your bank account is highly likely is going to be frozen a few days later. And that just makes it almost impossible to trade. So, listen, the key thing is you got to take advice early. In fact, if a creditor is threatening you with a winding up petition, don't call the bluff. Really serious. The biggest issuer of petitions is the HMRC generally for unpaid tax. Now, there's things you can do. You know, there are solutions to this. I mean, I'll let you know a couple of ways of how you can stop a winding up petition. I mean, obviously, pay all the debts that are due. Quite a simple solution there. But it's highly likely if it's got to this stage, you haven't got the money to pay them. You can obtain something called an administrative order, okay? And this basically puts a legal ring fence around the company, preventing further action from your creditors. You could consider a company voluntary arrangement. And what a CVA is where you negotiate with all your creditors to pay them back over a period of time. And while you're in a CVA, again, you've got that protection around your business. You may need to go into liquidation. You know, if you've come to the end of the track and you're running out of money and you can't pay this, you may need to go into liquidation before the winding up petition gets to court. You can also negotiate with a creditor. I mean, listen, if you've got to a winding up petition and they're serving it, you know, it's highly likely that the goodwill that you've got with that company is gone. And that's why it's important, you know, always try and speak to creditors, keep them in the loop. But a last-ditch attempt at negotiation could stop the petition. You could also request an adjournment. If you've got sufficient evidence, you can get a legal representative at court and say, listen, I need 28 days. And in that 28 days, you could raise some finance. You could enter into a CVA. You could put the business into voluntary liquidation or admin. Listen, also, if the debt's wrong, you can dispute it. But I've got to say to you, you know, if you've waited till a winding up petition's landed on your desk to dispute the debt, it's highly likely a judge is going to have this. you know, the same feelings. I just want to sum up on this. Winding up petitions are no laughing matter. Very, very serious. If you have had one land on your desk today, make a call quickly. If your creditors of yours are threatening you with a winding up petition, get in touch. We can help you. It's free. It's independent advice. If you've got any questions about this video, drop them in the comments. Give us a like. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your time. I wish you all the best and have a great day. Goodbye.